Welcome back to the YouTube channel of Cloudy ML. So, in today's video, we're going to cover a very interesting and a trending topic, and which is ChatGPT crash course. Okay, so you all must be using ChatGPT in your day-to-day life for your assignments, for your job, etc. to get any type of help. But do you know that how you should use ChatGPT properly to get the most effective output or the most effective content that you want to achieve? So in today's crash course, we're going to complete all of these techniques that you can use to get very effective results from ChatGPT. Okay, so first we're going to begin with the introduction of what exactly ChatGPT is. Okay, so basically, ChatGPT is a smart computer program that can talk and understand what people say. It can help answer questions and give information. Okay, so basically, ChatGPT is a web interface application which can be used to ask question and get some answer or information from that application. It is trained so that it can understand and generate human-like text-based, okay, on the prompts or questions it receives. Okay, so it has used a huge amount of data to train this ChatGPT model, because you can ask ChatGPT any sort of question from any sort of topic or any sort of domain, and it will pretty well it will reply to you, or else it will give you a hint or the source from where you can get exact information for that data or for the question. Okay, so it has been trained on a vast amount of diverse text data from the internet, allowing it to learn patterns, grammars, and context from various sources. Okay, so these are some of the benefits of ChatGPT. I'm sure you all must be knowing this, but let's cover these so that you can recall it. So, quick access to information and answers. Okay, you can get very quick access to information without wasting any time. You can use Google for that also, or for any other search engines also. But when you use any of the search engines, you get different links, okay, and then you have to visit those websites, those links, and then find out the relevant answer that you want. But in ChatGPT, the case is not like that. You get the exact answer or the exact response that you want based on your question. You don't have to search for anything. Okay, then assistance with problem solving and decision making. Okay, ChatGPT is very smart in problem solving as well. If you clearly explain the response that you want or the problem that you're trying to solve, it will surely help you. Okay, and if you try to give it out a perspective of what exactly you want, it can also help you in decision making. Then the third one we see here is language practice and communication skills development. Okay, you can practice language with ChatGPT and can develop your communication skills. Then you have creative inspiration for projects and ideas. Yes, definitely. If you're into creative field and you want new ideas every day, so ChatGPT can surely help you. Why? Because it has a diverse knowledge of each and every field, and how it presents that knowledge is really very good. You can get various creative inspiration for projects and different ideas as well. Then convenient and accessible support anytime and anywhere. Okay, you can use it anytime and anywhere. It does not have any time limit or question limit, etc. So you can access it from anywhere. So these were some of the benefits of ChatGPT. Next, types of output from ChatGPT. Okay, so for this particular crash course, we are just using ChatGPT version 3.5, okay, which is the base version, and it takes only text input. Okay, it takes only text input, whereas in ChatGPT 4, you can upload various files and images as well. But for ChatGPT 3.5, it accepts only text input. Okay, and what is the output you get from ChatGPT? Basically, for 3.5, you get text-based responses to your questions or prompts, which means normal text sentences or paragraphs, etc. Information and explanation on various topics. Then suggestions and recommendations for different tasks. Okay, so you can ask ChatGPT to suggest you something, recommend you something, like hotels. It can recommend you hotels, it can recommend movies to you. Okay, or if you want some advice, it can surely give that to you as well. Then creative writing, including stories or poems. Yes, ChatGPT is definitely very good at creating content. Okay, it can give you unique content every time that you use ChatGPT. You can use it to write, stories or emails, etc. It surely helps you in writing creative content, including poems, stories, emails, essays, letters, etc. Then assistance with problem solving and decision making. Surely we saw that in the benefits as well. ChatGPT is a very good assistant for problem solving and making decisions. Okay, so these were the types of output. If we compare these types of output with ChatGPT 4 version, ChatGPT 4 can give image output as well. Okay, but image output is not available in ChatGPT 3.5. Okay, now we're going to just visit the ChatGPT interface and try some features or some options out from there. So this is the ChatGPT interface, as you can see, and basically this is the option where you can switch to ChatGPT 4 and ChatGPT 3.5. As you can see, it is having written over here that ChatGPT 3.5 great for everyday tasks. Okay, so if you have some lighter tasks, like you want to ask something, you want to create content, or some tasks that are on the lighter side, you can definitely use 3.5 version if you want to use it every day. And in GPT-4, you can use it for some complex tasks like creating images or analyzing and browsing data. Okay. And third option is of plugins. Okay, plugins are nothing but various tools that are integrated with ChatGPT. That tools you can use for various purposes. Okay, so this was a drop-down list from where you can select whatever version you want to use. Okay, then you see a message like, how can I help you today? You have this message dialog box where you can simply type the message and you can get your output. These are some suggestions that is giving you that what you can ask ChatGPT, like give me ideas for what to do with my kids' art, help me study vocabulary for a college entrance exam, compare marketing strategies, plan a trip. So it is just giving some suggestions. Then on this left panel, you can see something. This is nothing but a button to create a new chat. Okay, like if you want to create, if this is a particular chat, you can create a new chat as well. And these are the various chats from the previous days. Like you see, today complex analysis topics list. So this is a chat that I just started today. So this is today's chat. If you click on this, simply you will get the chat that you have already done with ChatGPT. And if you click on these three buttons, you can share this chat, you can rename it, archive it, or delete it as well. Okay, this share option is really very helpful because it shares the entire chat to anyone that you want, and you can share it through any platform. Okay, or you can simply copy the link, share link as well. Then you can rename. Archive means you can hide it or you can delete it as well. And these all are the previous chats. You can see yesterday, then previous 7 days. So what is the benefit of having these previous chat is that if you worked on ChatGPT for something and then after a few days you want to revisit or you want to perform some work on that particular chat or on that particular information, but you don't have it saved anywhere. Okay, so you can help this. This can help you that whatever chat you have in the previous day, you can simply open it and then you can work on the information that is being given over there. Okay, so this is the benefit of having these chats over here. Then you have the explore button. Okay, you can see this, like create a GPT, which means that you can customize a version of ChatGPT for a specific purpose. Okay, These are the various versions. Okay, so you can also view this. Okay, so I'm just clicking on new chat over here, and in the let's try some chat as well. Okay, I've created a new chat, and let's say I give a code. I write a question that let's say suggest me or bedtime stories for my 4-year-old child. Okay, so this is a button which you can click for stopping the generation of the prompt. And you can see it has given you some suggestions. This down arrow can be clicked so that you go to the end of the chat. Okay, and these are some of the buttons. You can simply copy the text, you can give a thumbs up, a thumbs down, or you can reload it. Okay, so this is all about the interface of ChatGPT. It is very simple to use, and you all have might be using it as well. So now let's move ahead with a topic, creating effective prompts. Okay, so now we're going to learn that how you can create basically effective prompts to get whatever output, like very effective outputs as you want. Okay, so I'm going to cover this with some examples as well, and we're going to see 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 techniques that you can basically use to create very effective prompts. Okay, so the first one over here is use level of explanations as required. Okay, so what does that mean by level of explanation? Which means that what level you want to expect from ChatGPT to explain it to you. Okay, like if I'm a small child, I won't understand the level of explanation of a 10th standard grade kid. Okay, like whatever is being taught to a 10th standard kid will not be understood by a 4th standard kid. Okay, so that is the difference between level of explanation. Okay, so which means that, see, these are some of the examples. Explain this to a 5-year-old kid so that ChatGPT will understand that he has to use some simple, just a second. Okay, by using this, ChatGPT will understand that it has to use some simple language or simple terms, simple words to explain the topic. Okay, then next is explain this at a level of an astrophysicist. Now, a astrophysicist as compared to a 5-year-old kid is very smart, intelligent, and can understand complex terms very easily. Okay, so ChatGPT, what ChatGPT will do is it will explain whatever topic it has with very complex terms, and it will dive deeper, okay, deeper into the topic. Like suppose I write a prompt that explain me about uh, what we can say, explain me about black holes. Okay, so if I explain black holes to a 5-year-old kid, I will just explain it as that it is just a celestial body or a type of celestial body which is present in space, which has the ability to gulp everything. Okay, so this is the easy language I will use for explaining it to a 5-year-old kid. But if I want to explain black hole to an astrophysicist, I will go deeper and deeper into the term and try to explain all the scientific topics. So here the level of explanation will change according to my requirement. Third example is explain it to a common man. Okay, so for a common man as well, we will not dive that deeper, or it will not be that shallow as well, but it will be some light information about the topic. Let's try it out. Okay, so I'm writing explain black holes to a 5-year-old kid. Okay, so you see, it is giving such an easy explanation. Imagine black hole as a super duper vacuum cleaner in space. Now, a kid definitely understands that what a vacuum cleaner is. It's like a place where everything gets sucked in and can't escape. Okay, so if you were toss a ball into a black hole, the ball would disappear and never come out. Okay, so this is very easy terms that it is using. And the last is also saying that, but don't worry, there are no black holes near Earth, so we don't need to be afraid of them. Okay, so you see how it is changing the words it is using to explain it to a 5-year-old kid. Now I am writing, explain black holes to a common man. Okay. So for a common man also, it is giving some light information. As I told you, black hole is a mysterious region in space where gravity is incredibly strong. It's so strong that nothing, not even light, can escape from it. Okay, so you can go through it, and it is giving some light information. Now, if I change this to a, let's say, to a degree holder in astrophysics. Okay, so it is in the first line only, it is mentioning to explain black holes to someone with a degree in astrophysics. We can dive into a bit more detail. Okay, so this is now giving a detailed explanation of black holes, what black holes are, and how basically they are formed as well. Okay, so this is how we can use different levels of explanation as required. Okay, so the next point that we can consider for writing effective prompts is ask ChatGPT to perform a role and engage. Okay, so just keep in mind a important thing that when you're interacting with ChatGPT, the interaction should be very two-sided. Okay, like if you simply ask a question, it will only give you some boring information and that's all. But if you ask ChatGPT to engage and to be interactive, okay, you write such prompts that are very interactive and interesting, the result will also be very interesting. So over here, for example, uh, act as a physics expert. Okay, so similarly, if I want to ask the previous question only, tell me about black holes, and I tell ChatGPT to act as a physics expert. So what it will do, it will give me a very nice deep explanation about black holes. If I ask ChatGPT to act as an expert musician and I ask something related to music, then ChatGPT will be it will be able to give me the information very properly. Okay, because why? It is acting like a expert musician. Okay, and an expert musician will always give you the greatest advices of music. Okay, the next is act as a Linux command prompt. Okay, and I can ask it doubts regarding Linux or ask it to solve some code or write some code, etc. Then act as a football coach. Now what I can ask to a football coach, I can simply ask related some doubts related to the practice, what tactics have to be followed. Okay, everything like that. Then finally act as a cybersecurity specialist. Okay, and what can I ask to a cybersecurity specialist? That how can I secure my data? What can I do to improve the security of my device, etc. Let's try it out. Act as a cybersecurity specialist and tell me how can I secure my data. Okay, let's see what output it is giving. Okay, so you see it is giving us a number of tips that you can follow to secure your data. Like use strong unique password, enable two-factor authentication, keep software and OS updated, backup your data, etc. Okay, so this is how you can engage ChatGPT by telling it to perform a particular role, and you can get the information related to it very properly. Okay, so the next technique that you can use is ask ChatGPT to adapt a tone in the output. So what type of tone? You can ask ChatGPT to tone friendly and casual, tone serious and formal, tone strict and dictatorial. Okay, so how this can help you is like if you want to write some content or some letter, emails where you want to try to convey something, but you want to change the tone of the output that you want. Okay, you want to add a personalized touch to the output. So in that case, you can use this tone thing in your prompt. Let's say write an email to ask your colleague for a help. Keep your tone friendly and casual. Okay, so what it will do is it will adapt to the tone that you have asked. So you see it is using very sweet words so that your work can be done easily. I hope this email finds you well. Okay. And now you can also ask to change the tone to strict and dictatorial. Let's see. Okay, so you say, I require your assistance with an urgent matter. Your expertise in whatso area is needed immediately to resolve an issue. Okay, your immediate attention to this is non-negotiable, which means that you cannot negotiate the attention that you have to give. You have to give your 100% attention. So you see how the tone has changed from friendly to strict and dictatorial. Okay, so this is how you can add a personalized touch in your prompt by asking ChatGPT to simply change the tone of the output that you want. Okay, so the next we're going to see is ask ChatGPT to refine a particular part of the output. Okay, so this you can surely do, because if you don't find some part of the output which is not up to date as you want, so you can ask ChatGPT to refine that particular part. For example, please explain the above answer in simple terms. Okay, so if I don't understand the answer, I find it very complex, then you can simply ask ChatGPT to explain it in simple terms. Second one is point number 3 is not clear to me. Okay, so this is very concise, that this much, okay, only this much is not clear to me, explain it. In the first example, the entire answer was not good, so I asked it to explain it in simple terms. But in the second example, only point number 3 is not clear to me, so you can explain it again. Then the third one, I am not satisfied with the answer. Can you explain it again? Okay. And the fourth one, please elaborate the above answer, which means I understood that part, but further elaborate it so that I can better understand. Okay. So these are some of the example prompts you can use to refine a particular part of the output. Okay. Let's try point number 3 is not clear to me. Okay. First, let's get this output. And then I can ask point number 3 is not clear to me. Now what it will do here, you can see point number 3 is what? Update software and operating systems. Okay, so now it is telling us that how you can update your software and operating systems. Okay, so that is how you can refine a particular part of the output. Now, next one, ask ChatGPT some unique questions. Okay, so if you want very good prompts, you can ask it unique questions because ChatGPT has no boundary to its creativity. It is very creative and you can get answers to unique questions as well. So, example I've written, what would I not think of on this topic? So it is asking in a negative way that what should I not think? Okay. Then the second one, what are some uncommon or less well-known answers to the same question? So suppose I'm asking a question and ChatGPT is giving me the answer, but what is the unique question I'm asking? That what are some uncommon or less well-known answers to this question? So these questions are very unique. You can try it out. Okay. So I told you 5 techniques. First one was using level of explanations according to your understanding. Then you have asked ChatGPT to perform a role and engage. Then ask ChatGPT to adapt a tone in the output. Then refining a particular part, and then asking ChatGPT some unique questions. So now we're going to see that how to write an email using ChatGPT. Okay, so this is a very interesting prompt that I've written and I wanted to explain it to you. So that is why I've included this topic of how you can write an email using ChatGPT. So the prompt says that I want you to act as a technically sound customer support assistant. Now, as we saw in the previous topic, that asked ChatGPT to engage in a role. So the role it has engaging over here is technically sound customer support assistant. How would you respond to our user who is facing issue in chat or app chat while asking their query related to the course? User is not getting response on time in the app chat. Below is his email. So I'm asking ChatGPT to respond to a mail, and this is the mail that is provided. Okay. So what ChatGPT will do is it will give, let's try it out. It will give some response which is suitable for the mail that the user has provided. Okay. So you see it is giving such a detailed answer that thank you for reaching out to CloudML support and I apologize for the inconvenience you've been experiencing with the app chat. And it is trying to give some, investigation and address to problem effectively. So it is asking some information from the user. Okay, so this is how it is responding so well. I've just asked it to sound like a customer support assistant, and I've given a mail that we have got from a user, and I've asked ChatGPT that how would you respond to this mail if you are a customer support assistant, and it has given such a good answer. Okay, you can definitely use this in real time as well. Okay, so this was about email writing or getting response. Now next one is different levels of prompt. Okay, so you can use different levels of prompt according to the output that you want. So the first level is with little or no detail. Okay, like an example, tell me about the Python programming language. In this case, it will just give you an overview of the entire programming language. Okay, let's try it out. Here I'm not mentioning any of the detail. I'm just asking a one-liner question. Tell me about Python programming language. It is a very shallow question. So it is giving some key aspects of Python. It will not dive deeper into that. So you see it is giving an overview and just explaining the key points of this language. Now the next level is giving one or two details with an example. Okay, so just giving one or two details like tell me about the Python language from the point of data science and data analysis. Okay, so I just wanted based on how Python can be used in data analysis or data science. So in this case, what it will do, it will change the output according to my question. So see, now it is covering the libraries that are used in data analysis, and data science. It is just covering those libraries and giving me a perspective according to data science and data analysis. Now the third one is giving multiple details with clarity. Okay, so this is the third level where, see, tell me about the Python language step by step from the point of data science and data analysis for learning perspective. List down the important topics in it and duration it can take to learn if I'm not from a non-technical background. So this is a very detailed prompt that I'm asking. Here I'm asking about the topics that I can learn if I'm from a non-technical background and how much time it will take. So you can see it is giving the time duration as well, 2 to 3 weeks, 2 to 4 weeks, etc. Okay, so this is how you can use different levels of prompt according to the output that you want, and it is very important to understand that basically what output you want, and then you can decide the level of prompt that you are going to use. Now the next topic is visualizing responses in tabular form. Now if I want this particular output in a tabular form, I can ask ChatGPT to do that for me. Like, see, give me the above response in a tabular form. As you all know that tabular forms are basically very easy to understand. I don't have to read everything from here. I can just see the table and then I can get whatever information I want. So that is the benefit of using tabular format for generating responses. So these are some example prompts that I've just jotted down. Explain me about our solar system and its planets. In how many categories you can split your answer for better understanding. Convert your answer and present me in a tabular form. Let's see what output we are getting. So the first prompt I'm trying is explain me about our solar system and its planets. So it is just explaining me in an ordinary fashion, in an ordinary form. Next prompt is in how many categories you can split your answer for better understanding. Here I'm checking that how ChatGPT is thinking and how creative it is. So what it is doing is it has grouped the planets like inner planets, outer planets, okay, dwarf planets, etc. It has grouped it for the better understanding. And now I'm asking ChatGPT to convert your answer and present me in a tabular form. Okay. So it is giving me in a tabular form and a short description as well. Okay. So this is how you can ask ChatGPT any sort of question and modify your response on what you want. Okay. So then this is the output. I just attached a screenshot over here. Now a very important topic, which is prompt framework. We're going to see a general prompt framework which you can use to write your prompts effectively. So this is a prompt formula. First is persona, which means ChatGPT's role or identity, which means that we had seen that you ask ChatGPT to perform a role or engage in a role. So this is persona. Then you have task, that what specific action has to be performed by ChatGPT or what you want from ChatGPT. Then you have the objective, that what is the purpose that you're performing this or what is the desired outcome. Then we have the context, like relevant details or background information, some extra information so that ChatGPT has a clear image that what output has to be given. And finally the requirements, like certain constraints you wanted to follow or guidelines. Okay, like suppose I don't want certain type of output, then I can restrict ChatGPT that don't give me this type of output. So there are 5 things: persona, task, objective, context, and requirements. Let's understand this formula with the help of an example. So the first example is, so in this prompt, the persona is you are a marketing expert. So this is an entire prompt, but I've just broken it down according to these points. So I'm asking ChatGPT to perform like a marketing expert. Then the task is to develop a comprehensive social media strategy. So what ChatGPT will do is it will act as a marketing expert and develop a social media strategy. So the objective. Now the objective of this strategy is to increase brand visibility and engagement. And the context is that now I have to give a context, like I have asked it to build a social media strategy, but for which brand? Okay, because various brands or various companies follow different style of branding, correct? So the context is that the strategy is for a fashion retail company targeting young adults. So it has also mentioned the target audience so that it is very easy to formulate the strategy. Then you have the requirements. The strategy should include content creation, platform selection, and performance tracking. So I have mentioned that what has to be covered in the strategy. Okay. So this is about the prompt framework. You can easily use this framework to create a very effective prompt. So this prompt is basically covering everything that you should provide ChatGPT to get a good response. Okay, so the 5 things are persona, task, objective, context, and requirements. You can definitely try it out with different prompts. Now we're going to see certain use cases that can be used, like that can be applied to ChatGPT. So the first one is summarization of text data. Definitely you can give a huge amount of text data to ChatGPT and ask it to summarize. Okay, you can change the summarization conditions as well, like don't use similar words, or I want it as short as 100 words, etc. Then you have translation. You can ask ChatGPT to translate into different languages. Proofreading, you can just provide, like I have written an essay but I don't know from where I have to proofread it, so I can simply copy paste the essay on ChatGPT and ask it to proofread. Then you have creating test questions. This is very interesting. Like suppose I am a school teacher or something and I want to create a MCQ test for my students. I can definitely use ChatGPT. I can just tell it that act as a school teacher. This is the information, and from this you have to create some test questions. I can also give the requirements, like I want 10 questions, the level should be moderate, etc. And then creating marketing content. Okay, as we saw, we just created some email, the response email, that is also a type of content. Then you can create strategies, marketing strategies, etc. So these are just 5 of the use cases. The use cases are n number, and according to your need you can definitely use ChatGPT for any purpose. Okay, so now once we've covered ChatGPT 3.5, I also covered some good amount of examples when we were trying out the techniques, the prompt framework, etc. So now I'm just giving you an overview of the ChatGPT 4 features. Okay, so that you can try it out for yourself. ChatGPT 4 can solve difficult problems with greater accuracy due to its broader general knowledge and problem solving abilities. Okay, so the fourth version is a little advanced version of ChatGPT 3.5, and it has greater abilities according to problem solving. And because that, why? Because it has been trained on a huge amount of data as compared to 3.5. GPT-4 is more creative and collaborative than ever before. And basically, you can give image inputs and outputs using DALL-E 2. It is a tool which is integrated with ChatGPT for getting image inputs and image outputs. And basically, you can provide files to ChatGPT 4 as well, from which it can retrieve the data and use it for giving you information. And finally, you have different plugins. Plugins are also tools that are integrated with ChatGPT for performing various tasks. Like for example, I have a plugin like Notable, which I can use for data analysis. Okay, I can create notebooks in a third-party application using these plugins. Okay, so that was all about ChatGPT 4. I can also show you the interface of ChatGPT 4. The interface is just quite similar, but the difference will be in the features. So like suppose this is the upload option. I can upload anything over here. Okay, I can upload images, I can upload documents, etc. And I can ask ChatGPT to access that. Okay, ChatGPT can access that and help me in whatever task I want to perform. Okay, so that was all about ChatGPT 3.5 and ChatGPT 4. I hope you found the video very helpful. If you did, then do share it with your friends and try out different prompts on ChatGPT, because it is the new trend. Okay, it is very easy to use and very interactive, very helpful. You can get your work done so easily using ChatGPT. Okay, so do use it wisely, do use it smartly, and get your work done easily. Thank you for watching the video. Do subscribe to our channel if you found it interesting for many such videos. Thank you.